We are all obsolete now. Machines are taking over. Like a carrier pigeon to a mail truck, we've been replaced. Flesh is cringe. Circuitry is the future.
I'm a bit late on this train. I'm sure you've noticed AI has made tremendous leaps that we're today going to explore.
There's a reason why people do carbon dating procedures to like verify whether or not a work of art is actually the original. There's a reason why the Mona Lisa is the f***ing Mona Lisa, and it, in many respects, can never be recreated.
Hello, everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Kyle. If you do, then hello again. I've actually made this video like 4 times. The problem is that I will shoot the video and all the content, but before I can assemble it or edit it, the vast strides of AI just explode more and more every week. So, you know, I'll work like 12-hour days, 5 days a week, and I have stuff to do on the weekends and a healthy relationship to maintain and animals to take care of. So there's very little free time during the week. And so by the time a couple weeks goes by, I get time to edit the video. Well, AI has progressed to a point, and there's been 100 videos made where it isn't even really relevant anymore. So I figure what it will do is just cut to the chase, and we will give 3 prompts to a human artist and 3 to an AI, DALL-E specifically, and just see what the differences are, and you know, maybe compare and contrast. Spoiler alert, in my opinion, there's never going to be a replacement for a human artist that can take watercolor and make it look real. It's just, there's something to it. I think artists need to be able to find a way to incorporate technology and AI to, you know, maybe quicken their processes, whatever they may be. I don't know. I'm not an artist. I don't know how it works, but you got to be able to use technology to your advantage. Otherwise, you'll just fall behind, and that's with everything from business to people to AI to, you know, everything. So what I'm gonna do is put these prompts into DALL-E and then show you, well, I'm gonna do it the opposite way. We're gonna look at the video from the artist and how she made each one of the paintings, and then we're gonna type them into DALL-E and see what DALL-E spits out, and then we'll just briefly talk about it, and that'll be it. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. So the prompts are a surreal watercolor painting of a demon eating a sand dollar, a surreal watercolor painting of a sailfish jumping out of fire, and lastly, a surreal watercolor painting of an emotional woman who is painting. So let me tell you just real quick about the artist, whose name is Anuska. Her and her partner live in the Netherlands, and she has painted all of these. And I'm gonna put a picture on the screen of all of the paintings that I have that I haven't even framed yet. I haven't even actually professionally framed these yet. I'm going to put a link in the description to her Linktree and Etsy and all that stuff, so that you guys can go like and love her works as much as I do. She does tons of commissions. I have several that I have had her do. You know, and it would be nice to forward an actual human artist, and, you know, financially support her as well. So let me go ahead and put her video in here of her process, and she talks about it and how she came up with what she came up with. And then when we come back, we'll put it into DALL-E and we'll check that out. So here you go.
Hi, I'm Liz from Loose Art. If you're dog sniffling, that's because these cuties are here. Like Kyle said in the intro, I'm going to paint 3 prompts. And today I'm going to start with a surreal painting of a sailfish jumping out of fire. This prompt was very difficult for me. I made 3 finished sketches, and these are 2 of them. This is a woman, and the fire is coming out of her arms with all sea life swimming out of it. I thought it was a bit cringe, so I didn't use it. And this one was just a girl with fire and a sailfish. So yeah, it wasn't very creative. But I want to incorporate a girl because that's what I always paint. So mixing the 3 was a bit difficult, but I made it work in the end. Normally I paint faces on A4 size, and it was totally not that. So it was a challenge at first, but I quickly got the hang of it and I finished the face in 45 minutes or so. The abstract background was awesome to do. I was a bit nervous for it because I didn't see how it was going to look like flames, but I thought that wet on wet was the best technique to use, so I was going to try it, and very luckily it worked out. It looked like flames. The finished painting! I'm very happy with it. Like how it looks. Oh yeah. I'm satisfied. On to the next one. For me this was the easiest prompt to decide what to paint, because I had been eyeballing Hanya and Oni masks, I hope I say it correctly, for a while now. Their designs are so unique and detailed, and I love that there's a meaning behind them. When I want to incorporate something of another culture in my work, I always read the background of them. But with these masks, I couldn't find the articles that could explain to me what the design difference were between Hanya and Oni masks. I know one stands for female and the other stands for masculine, and I guess the nose is different between the two of them, but I'm not sure about that. So if you have more information about it, please share it in the comments. So my idea for the painting is that each goldfish has their own sand dollar that glows within their stomach. It gives them happiness, luck, and all the positive things. The demon feeds on sand dollars. It grabs their sand dollars out of their stomach without tearing the goldfish apart, and literally leaving a black hole of nothingness behind for the goldfish, which makes them feel empty and depressed, but the demon gets to live. So this is the final painting. I'd love to make it bigger and more detailed in the future, because I really like this idea. And now the last prompt, which is a surreal watercolor painting of an emotional woman who is painting. This prompt was also difficult for me, not because I had no ideas, but because my ideas were too complicated for a small, quick project. But eventually I thought of that the woman didn't have to paint with paint, because I paint all the time in my head to plan out paintings. So with this prompt I wanted to explore the idea of painting with your imagination. I chose the emotion sad or desperate because I wanted to have a dark painting. It was fun to experiment with the idea that two images lay on top of each other but are see-through. I tried my best to make this painting what it looked like in my head, but it didn't want to. So I began to push it and it got overworked and muddy. I was not happy with that. But because it was supposed to be a quick painting, I'm still happy with the outcome. I'm happy that I could experiment with the idea and get it out of my system and maybe do something later with it again. This is a finished painting. I really like these parts. They are my favorite part of the painting. I hope you like it too.
So I have Dolly pulled up here. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of these prompts in and see what we get. Our first one is surreal watercolor painting of a demon eating a sand dollar. So put this in here. Now I've never done this before with this painting, so I don't know what's going to come out of it, but we will see. Ugh. So these are definitely scary, kind of cool. I think it definitely really went crazy with the surreal aspect of it, because there's definitely a lot more realism to Anushka's art, everything that she does. But I wonder if I was to tweak these or go with them or make, they didn't get the sand dollar very good, that's for sure. I guess somehow the AI knows more about demons than sand dollars, but I think maybe, I don't know which one I like best of these. This one's actually eating it, so is this one. This guy's licking it, and this guy's looking at it. So I think we might go with this one. And just for funsies, let's see what happens if we hit variations. of that photo. It's probably going to be absolutely wacky, but so still the sand dollars are goofy, but I mean, it definitely, I lost my ring. It definitely understood the assignment. It gave me a demon eating at least something that resembles a sand dollar. Maybe if I tweaked it or spent a long time, I could get kind of more detail or something that a little closer to what's in my mind out of it. And so then I'll post a side-by-side here of what Anuska came up with, just so we can get an idea of, you know, the only thing I told her was that prompt. I gave Anuska the prompt, and that was it. I told her, just make whatever you feel like out of that, which is exactly what we did here, but we gave this thing, you know, a couple more chances. So let's see what is this next one gonna look like. All right, so we got a surreal watercolor painting of a sailfish jumping out of a fire. I'm gonna stop saying the first part of that because for some reason I've said it too many times and I'm having difficulty and I don't want to be slurring. Okay, so almost kind of closer to Anuska's, however, it also does not know what a sailfish is. So those things are obviously going to get better the more that time goes on. It's going to learn closer to what a sailfish is when you type that in. This thing's some kind of weird Pokemon or a dinosaur. So is this. This is the closest one to a sailfish. This one here. So let's just hit variations again. So a little insert here. While editing, I did not realize that the screen recording of the Dolly session just decided it was going to stop after like 5.5 minutes. So I am going to, from here, just quickly imitate the searches. You'll see that they've already been done over there, but it's just because it cut off. So you know, it's a little bit of movie magic here. You're gonna see I'll guess my way through pretending and see what happens there. But so just from the onset, me telling it a prompt like that, which I just kind of sat around and thought up. Oh, now these are pretty cool. They aren't at all what I'm like really looking for, thinking about. This looks like a phoenix, more like rising out of the out of the fire, or you know, resurrecting or something. It's pretty cool. So you know, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do with it. It's definitely not what I was looking for. Not that I was necessarily looking for anything specifically, but I'm looking for exactly what the prompt says, basically, is what I'm looking for. So this thing's rendition is definitely different. So we're going to go to the last one, which is emotional woman who is painting. So this one is a little more meta because it is a person painting an emotional person who is painting, which I thought was a little nutty. And I don't know what... Okay. So this one's pretty good. This one's actually really good. This one is very strange. I don't know what's going on with her eyeball. This one is disturbing to a degree. This one's also pretty good. It's almost like she's looking through a portal or something. I don't know, and I'm not really sure what's going on here. But this one is pretty good. I'm not really sure why there's like blood pouring out of the painting, but I'm here for it, man. It's pretty cool. Let's variant that one and see what we get out of it. God, you know, there's no way that AI is ever gonna live up to like the quality that I get out of a human artist. Okay, they just went into the world of way more creepy. So this one's super cool, a little bit weird. These got creepier and creepier on this thing. Oh my god, I don't know why it decided to go with the Cyclops option. Like, it didn't realize that it had painted the profile of someone, and it just completely forgot and then just started making Cyclopses. So it's a little bit terrifying, but I think we're gonna use this one here. So, you know, I'm just gonna post a side by side. It's just way cooler, man. And you know, this thing did spit it out much faster. You know, she painted this in, I think, well, she sketched it and then painted it, and it probably took her an hour or two, something like that. But it's one of those, like, it's almost like a Rhett and Link skit. It's like, is the time worth it? Like, is it better to cook ramen in the microwave or on the stove? Is there much of an improvement over the stove? And is it worth it just to throw it in the microwave for 15 seconds? I would say no. You know, the quality of what I got out in the specificity is so much better. Even if I, you know, pay more and it takes a little more time, there's no amount of, it doesn't win in my mind. You know, the sailfish, there's a whole person in here, and it's clearly a very quickly done painting, but the sailfish are perfect. The coloration is insane. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna go off on a tangent, but I think that in my mind, and like I said at the beginning, there's no comparing the two. You're not gonna get, even if you had the most advanced AI and you could tell it very specifically exactly what you wanted, at the end of the day, you would get exactly what you were looking for, but there would not be any heart or soul, or, you know, you can't, I could look back at this and go, yeah, that was printed off of a computer, but that's no different than a NFT or something to me. I want a physical item that somebody poured their time and creativity into. And so I think that's just the bottom line. So in closing, thanks for sticking with me if you sat through the video. I know Anushka is probably the most interesting thing about this, but I'm just trying to put it all together. She's also very busy, so if you like it, comment, subscribe. If you don't, please don't. And I love you all, and have a good one.